tourists. Not today, though. Okay, pork chops last night. Not for me. No idea why this road is here, why it's been left for use, but it's a good thing. I assume because logging at one point, but who knows. Is cool. Little secret about riding around here in Mount Desert, period, really, is that I hate to say it, but the riding is not really all that great. The park, which is essentially the island, has some great roads and they're really scenic and it's beautiful, but there's just so much traffic. The roads are very narrow, lots of sections without any kind of bike lane or breakdown lane, and it's just not really all that fun to ride a bike. Inside the park proper, you have the Park Loop Road, which is beautiful, and I can really appreciate the engineering, and it's okay to ride on a road bike. It's certainly the way you get around on the road bike. But again, lots of traffic. And then you have the carriage trail network, which is also amazing and really scenic. But if you're looking for, anything moderately, even like beginner, easy, technical, mountain bikey, God forbid, single tracky, there's basically nothing. I think it's, the park wants to conserve land and, the same old concerns about erosion and all that kind of thing, but it really kind of leaves you to find little spots like this where you can ride, you could certainly take a road bike on this. Absolutely take a cross bike. I'm on a mountain bike because that's what we have. But, do I need it? No. But there really isn't, that I know of, any single track up here. There's some other bike paths up in Schoodic that I actually haven't checked out, but I saw on a map. But I strongly suspect none of it's single track. And it's fine. just is what it is. Know before you go. You gotta really plan your loops. Plan for traffic times and have a map. This is gorgeous though. I love old roads like this, assuming it's old. This is called the Ohio Road, by the way. And I'm riding it, what, west to east, I guess, ish. And I'm coming out from, I started on the Bass Harbor side and I'm coming out on Seawall, at the Seawall Campground. You can find this on any Ride with GPS or actually any map will show you this road. You shut up now. Morning. Oop. Greeted. Thank you. One really cool thing about this area is that there's a shuttle service called the Island Explorer, which we've actually never taken advantage of. But it's free. And it will essentially take you anywhere you want to go on the island, with or without bikes. There are some restrictions, like in terms of how many bikes they can carry per shuttle, and you might end up having to wait for like a second shuttle if it's full of bikes, one that shows up. But it's pretty cool. So we just left the Seawall Campground and we are coming down to the ocean, which my wife and daughter and I did yesterday. Take you over to our cool little picnic area. On a typical day in the summer, this is pretty mobbed. Hello. But this is one of the cooler little spots. A little campfire. Reasonably sure you can't camp in here, but it's pretty gorgeous. Shooting right into the sun, so you can't probably see much. Down here, we will spin the beach, as my wife and her relatives say. I don't even know what that means. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe we'll come out here. I don't think I've ever been this far down. I want right off the edge into the ocean. Yeah, this sucks. Don't come here. It's terrible. All right. This is across from Seawall Campground. If you go to the right, the little town of Seawall is there. A couple of cool little places. Good little lobster pound called Charlotte's that I keep trying to call Cleopatra's. That's not the name. It's Charlotte's. Haven't been there yet. Maybe. Maybe not. This is 102A. We took a left. This heads back around into Southwest Harbor. And there are a couple of trails off to the left in a little ways. Wonderland and Ship Harbor, I believe. They're short, they're pretty, and you can't ride a bike on them. You could, but they don't want you to, and so you shouldn't. But they're worth a little jaunt down there. And this is a road. And we're going back. Okay. Wonderland. As I was saying, that's a nice little trail that goes down to the water that you have to walk or run or parapent. Not too much further down is this little network. A couple of loops. That's called Ship Harbor. Back to the village. Campwood for sale. Future home of the Ship Harbor Nature Center. Interesting. Wonder how much in the future. Or how long that sign's been there. Take our time up here. Campground coming up. We are told that the people who own our cottage where we're staying, when they're not staying in the cottage, stay in their RV here, which is pretty sweet. Nice way to make a cheap buck. This is a little bit of a dangerous corner. There's the traffic coming from everywhere. And back down to the lighthouse. Very cool house. I mean, I'm imagining. It's like square, you know? Like, that's cool. You gotta assume that inside everything is square. And, unless they flipped it. And like everything is round inside. That would be freaky. I could not abide that. 45-degree angles forever. Somebody's gonna try to overtake me here, which is fine. It's just kind of hilarious. Maybe they weren't good. Nope. Keeping the stereotype alive. So, if you come down here, there's two ways to get to the lighthouse. You go to the right, and there's a little paved walk that goes down. And that's cool, you get to see it. But it's a very confined space, and if you want to get a good shot, it is not the way to go. This is the way to go. I'm gonna ride this. Not really. So. We brought our daughter here when she was like 2, I think. She was not happy coming up and down this. Yes, I carried her. Sort of.
Oh, that's particularly challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, everything is. Well, as I was explaining to my on my video tour.
Oh, you're on video tour.
Yeah, this is the view. If you come down the other side, it's like confined.
I have to do something because you're twisted.
Oh,
your strap is twisted.
I am always twisted.
Okay.
Friends, is how you lighthouse. Indeed. No, that's good. Ay, ay, ay. So, that was fun. Minimal traffic. Stayed out of harm's way. Had my GoPro strap straightened by a random woman. Met a dog named Lily. The place where we're staying is right up here on the left, and we have had so many deer and a family of turkeys, and I'm sure other stuff that I missed, like constantly in the yard. It's been pretty cool, especially for the cat who we brought. Couldn't be away from him. Seems to be digging it. Hoping we'd have a deer in the yard, but oh well. I'm sure you can find those wherever you are. Maybe. All right, friends. See ya.